My name is Ioannis Varvaris, and I work at the ERATOSTHENES Centre of Excellence, where I lead the land cluster and serve as the Deputy Research Coordinator. My academic background spans mineral resource engineering, civil engineering, hydrogeology, and environmental geoscience. I completed the studies at the Technical University of Crete, the Cyprus University of Technology, and George Augustus University, followed by a PhD at Aarhus University, where I mostly worked on the hydrogeological models to simulate water flow and solute transport in agricultural fields. Later, at the University of Wisconsin, I worked mostly with the modeling framework at the drainage systems in agricultural landscapes, focusing on interactions between groundwater, soil, vegetation, and climate. Across this experience, my goal is about being to develop and combine environmental modeling with Earth observation to support targeted evidence-based land management. And today at the ERATOSTHENES Centre of Excellence, part of my work is mostly focusing on living labs and contributing to monitoring and restoration of soil ecosystems through, of course, co-creation and collaboration with stakeholders. I'm fortunate to work with an exceptional interdisciplinary team that brings together expertise in remote sensing, soil science, agronomy, and geospatial analysis, and AI. And our team includes Joseph Mistokleous, a postdoctoral research fellow, working on artificial intelligence and machine learning, Dr. Prekumar Borugada, who specializes in machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision for agriculture and environmental applications, and Dimitris Komoulidis as assistant researcher with a background in forestry, GIS, and land use land cover dynamics, currently working with his PhD. We also have Fotini Kavazi, who leads the capacity building and stakeholder engagement activities, Duha Uerfeli, that works with a geospatial environment scientist focusing on remote sensing, agroecology, soil carbon, and climate resilient agriculture. Ronald Richard Sear, he is a project manager with more than a decade experience in sustainable agriculture and geospatial projects. And of course, last but not least, is Orestes Rizopoulos, also a project management at the ERATOSTHENES Centre of Excellence, that focusing on supervising projects. He ensures the teams work effectively together and the project objectives are achieved with high quality and accountability. So together, our team forms the heart of the land cluster, combining technical expertise, field expertise, and strong community engagement. So maybe the question is, what is the land cluster? So regarding the land cluster at the ERATOSTHENES Centre of Excellence is essentially a team working together on major challenges affecting land systems, and generally we operate as one cluster, bringing together our experience, expertise to understand how land is changing and how we can support a more sustainable and resilient future. Within the land cluster, we work across 4 interconnected pillars. The first is land dynamics and assessment. In this, we analyze land cover and land use changes, assessment of land degradation risks, and support land degradation neutrality targets. We also perform soil health risk assessment, helping to understand how soils respond to pressures such as intensive agriculture, climate change, and water stress. The second pillar is sustainable land and ecosystem management. This includes our work on nature-based solutions, ecosystem restoration, planning and monitoring land-based carbon sequestration, and climate adaptation planning. Regarding the third pillar, focuses on data systems and decision support tools. So mainly we supporting the development, monitoring, reporting, and verification frameworks, land management information systems, and tools that combine Earth observation, modeling, and field data. Regarding the fourth pillar is about governance, planning, and capacity building. We work on policy analysis for land use transitions, supporting urban and regional spatial planning, and strengthening governance structures at local, regional, and national levels, while equally important is about investment in capacity building and stakeholder co-creation. So, how does the land cluster help coordinate and align the work happening across multiple European and international initiatives on land, soil, climate resilience, and sustainable agriculture? The land cluster brings together several European initiatives at its focus on different aspects on land sustainability. What we do in the land cluster is to ensure that all these efforts are coordinated, harmonized, and aligned they collectively contribute to a climate neutral and resilient land use sector. Across our initiatives, we work on the digitalization of the agriculture, developing advanced data systems, AI-based tools, and Earth observation services that support more resource-efficient land management. These innovations help reduce dependence on agrochemical inputs and empower land managers and authorities with evidence-based insights. At the same time, we operate living labs in both the European and African Union, as well as living spaces in different landscapes. Through these living labs, we co-create solutions directly with communities, farmers, policymakers, and of course the industrial sector. Some initiatives focus on soil health and agroforestry systems in African contexts, while others address biodiversity conservation, land degradation, and restoration across European regions. A key dimension of our coordination work is aligning methodologies for soil health assessment, nature-based solutions, and ecosystem restoration, and of course as well land use planning. The cluster ensures that approaches used in one region can inform and enrich work in another, creating a common language around soil health objectives, land neutrality, and combating desertification. This alignment directly supports major European priorities, including the Soil Mission, the Directive on Soil Monitoring and Resilience, and the shift toward a climate-neutral land use sector, including land-based carbon sequestration and MRV frameworks for carbon farming. We also integrate a strong governance and social dimension. Many initiatives focus on strengthening community participation in the Eastern Mediterranean, Middle East, and North Africa. The cluster ensures that principles such as co-creation, co-governance, co-ownership, inclusivity, and accessibility guide all the activities. Finally, we align these efforts with the new European Bauhaus principles, promoting solutions that are not only sustainable and climate resilient, but also socially inclusive and being beautiful. And by integrating economic, environmental, and social perspectives, we help navigate the trade-offs associated with the land use transitions. Looking ahead, the land cluster has the potential to support Europe's future of sustainable land use planning and management. We support this ability to understand land systems in a holistic way by integrating advanced data systems, Earth observation, modeling tools, and the insights generated through our living labs. The cluster also accelerates innovation. Our living labs and regional living spaces allow solutions to be tested, improved, and scaled directly with the people who are using them. This creates faster innovation cycles and ensures that the outcomes are practical, inclusive, and adaptable for challenges such as soil degradation and climate adaptation. Our aim is to help Europe and Cyprus, as a member state, deliver on major priorities like the Soil Mission, the Directive on Soil Monitoring and Resilience, nature-based solutions, MRV frameworks for carbon farming, and sustainable land use planning. Importantly, the land cluster fosters global collaboration, especially with partners across the African Union, strengthening further the European Union-African Union partnership. In closing, the real value of the land cluster is its unity. By working together across regions, disciplines, and communities, we aim to support the establishment of a shared movement toward healthier soils, resilient ecosystems, climate-smart landscapes, and empowered people.